Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm so excited to have you here. So today we're going to have a really great time, but we have a lot of things to cover. So we wanted to make sure that we brought everybody together again. That's going to be presenting to just kind of give you some more opportunity of like what everything is going to be like. Leticia and I have been working really, really hard to try to make sure that we can provide the most quality webinar conference, online conference that we can provide. And so we've been going to a lot of trainings, webinars. We're now webinar certified trainers. So that's really awesome. So we've been doing a lot of research, attending a lot of other webinars to try to see maybe some tips that we want to take and some things that maybe we saw that maybe didn't work. And so we're going to do our best to be as detailed and thorough as possible. So that's why we wanted to have this meeting to kind of give you logistics and make sure that you all know exactly what's going to be going on and how we're going to operate, because we're not in front of each other. So the transitions are going to be a little bit different. How we operate is just going to be completely different. So I'm going to start with the transitions. And so we're going to go through the agenda, and then I'll tell you what the transitions look like. So I'm going to prepare to share my screen. Let me get up Hoover. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, here we go. All right, so as you can see here, just a heads up, we did make some slight modifications to the agenda. As me and Leticia were going through a lot of the transitions and what that was going to look like, we had to bump some times over just to make sure that the transition aspect of it was done well. So there is a small change. We just kind of like extended a little time and then just moved the time down, but you still have the same 50-minute time slot. It just may have adjusted maybe a few minutes. So we're going to start at 8 a.m. and then we have live music. So Leticia has had her cousin from Harlem, New York. We're really excited about that. So this is just going to be an opportunity for us to just dance, have some fun. And if you've joined a meeting at any point, usually if there's no music and there's awkward silence, it's just odd and it's a little awkward. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't have people joining in and then it was just kind of like silent. So at 8:30, we're gonna have all of the volunteers join, and every volunteer is gonna be made a co-host. So when they are in the breakout rooms that are assigned to you, hopefully everyone has reached out to you at this point. If not, just let me know. But the co-host, the volunteers will be there to really assist you with everything. Obviously, there's a lot of technology, so we just want to make sure you have somebody to kind of support you. So that person will be, there's two people assigned to almost every session. There's two sessions that only have one person and they've been notified. So that person will be, those two people will either be recording or looking at the chat with you. So we've made it to where every person will be a co-host and they will be able to record the session that you're in, specifically in the breakout room. So once we hit the breakout room function and you go into your separate concurrent sessions, then you'll be able to record specifically for that group. And then if you're using any chat function, it will only go to the people that are in your room. So once we do that, we'll have those co-hosts, give them the co-host privileges, and then we'll move on. And then the first voice you will hear is Leticia. Actually, you'll hear her in the morning at 8 a.m. But the first voice you'll hear is Leticia. She's going to go through the welcome. She has her own PowerPoint and slideshow. And so once she gets done with that, then the next person you're going to hear is Fidel. So what we want to talk about specifically in this logistic meeting, and I want to actually see if it works because I'm not sure. Me and Leticia tried it out, but it was just me and Leticia. So what I've done is I've given everyone the opportunity to share simultaneously. But from what me and Leticia have seen when we tried it out was that if I share my screen first, if somebody shares their screen after me, then you will not be able to see their screen until I stop sharing. So what I want to try right now is I'm sharing my screen. So Fidel, you're going to be the next person. So I want you to share your screen, and then I'm going to test it out and see what everyone else sees. And then because the hope is that we will make this a smooth transition. So instead of saying Leticia ending, I'm like, okay, we're done. And then she stops sharing. And then we say, okay, Fidel, go ahead and put your screen up so that we can see your screen. We want it to be like a smooth transition. So hopefully if this works, then once Leticia introduces Fidel, she stops her screen share. Fidel's PowerPoint will already be up. So there's no pause in between. So it's like as soon as Leticia stops, then Fidel should already be up. So Fidel, let me know, have you started sharing your screen? Okay, we just
yes.
Okay, you started sharing your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you can either speak or let me know in the chat. Does everybody see my screen, or what do you see on your end?
Yours.
Okay.
You see yours, yeah.
Okay.
Your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing and then we'll see if Fidel's pops up.
There it goes.
Yes!
Woo, it worked.
Okay, perfect. Okay, one crisis averted. Okay, all right, Fidel, you can stop sharing and then I'll go back and reshare mine again. But okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That's the plan for now, is that we're going to have that smooth transition. So Fidel, once Leticia gets towards the end, you can kind of tell where she's gonna end. You'll go ahead and just pull up your screen. And then when she introduces you, then you'll be the next person. So then you can just start going from there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go into the coffee break. So really this is just an opportunity for people to just kind of use the restroom, move around, do whatever they want. But what we're gonna do is as soon as the coffee break happens, I'm working on a slideshow right now that will be a revolving slideshow that will have different aspects of the conference. So during the coffee break, this is what you do. During the snack break and the virtual networking, this is what you do. And some other small things like this is how you operate Zoom. We're in the concurrent sessions start here. This is what you need to be doing. And so it'll just be going simultaneously in those awkward periods where it's like coffee break or when we're in a concurrent session. Because when we're in a concurrent session, what can happen is when people break out into their breakout rooms, there could be people that potentially did not go into the room, or if they sign on after I've hit the breakout room function, then they automatically go to the main session. So we want this to kind of just be revolving. So it's not just, you know, the camera on me and I'm just looking and they're like, hey, what do I do? But if we see that, we'll definitely help that person get to their designated session. But we just wanted something to just kind of be there, so it wasn't just like a blank screen or just the camera was on me or whoever was still on. So I will do the same process where as soon as Fidel kind of gets ready to get to the end, I'll put up my screen. So as soon as he's done, my screen will be the next screen that you see, and then you'll see the revolving slideshow. So then we're going to get to the point here is where I'm going to be talking, and I'll just let people know this is the time for you to go to your breaks. You can network during this time, and then some functions on the Zoom. And then I'm going to let everybody know that we're going to be going into our breakout rooms in the concurrent sessions. So I will hit the concurrent session button here, and then everyone should automatically go to their assigned room. So with that being said, we have had a few challenges. And so hopefully me and Leticia is going to cross our fingers right now, because I really hope this works, because if it does, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. So what I found is that whenever you come to the, whenever we do the breakout room function, we have to pre-assign people to your breakout room. So when you register, it said which session do you want to go to in the morning and which one do you want to go into the afternoon. So when I hit the breakout room session, it should automatically push everyone into the breakout room. In a perfect world, that works. However, what we found that happened is that if people don't have a Zoom account, then it doesn't put them into a room. So it only puts people into the room that are associated, that have a Zoom account that's associated with the email that we gave them. So if they use their institution email, and then we put them, and then we push the breakout room function, if they didn't log in with their email from their institution, they're just sitting there. And so then I have to go and manually assign people, which is going to be terrible, because we have almost 200 people coming here, and I can't, do that in enough time to get everybody in the right rooms. So what we've tried, and hopefully this works, is that if we make everybody register on Zoom, and not everybody uses Zoom, so some people use WebEx and other platforms. So we're going to try this out right now, but what should have happened, and if it didn't happen, let me know, that when you got ready to log on to this Zoom meeting, it should have asked you for your first name, your last name, and your email address. So if it did not, say it again. Somebody say something.
Mine did not.
Okay.
Mine asked me for my name.
Yours did not either?
Mine didn't either.
No, me either.
Well, have you already logged into Zoom before you opened up this meeting? Because that could be the reason why.
Yeah,
I am logged into my institutional account.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
I did not. I just clicked.
Yeah, because like I know ACC uses WebEx, so that is
And
something
we
that
use Collaborate over here at Katemuk.
Okay.
I mean,
let me see.
My account, I do use my institutional email, but I got in through the email link.
The email link?
Yeah.
Okay.
It asked me to sign in, but it didn't ask me for like name and all that.
Okay.
Right. Mine did too.
Okay. Leticia.
You just want to try to hit breakout rooms and see what happens?
Yeah, I'll try it, but I'm almost positive what happened. Okay, so we put the registration thing on it, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try the breakout rooms. Let me see. Oh, hold up. Okay, Leticia, it's not, it doesn't say that it's been set up.
I uploaded the CSV Excel file and everything. Arr.
Okay. We're gonna have to come back to this because it's not even set up. Okay. We'll keep exploring this and see what's going on, and I might reach out to some people to just kind of help me out here. So if you do not use Zoom on your campus, just put it in the chat, because I want to try with people that don't have Zoom, because those are the people that I'm concerned about. Because if you do use Zoom and you use your institutional account, then you should be just fine. But if you don't have Zoom, then you have to log in through the link, which everybody will have the link. But what I wanted to do is, if you click the link, it will ask you your first name, your last name, and then your email. And so I'm hoping that if we do it that way, then Zoom will recognize the person that logged in with that information and then filter you into the breakout room that way. So let's come back to that, and then we'll figure out what's going on. So I'll reach out to you all to try to just do another test run at some point next week to try to get this going. So that's the only thing that we're having some issues with. Okay.
Terrence, do you want to pause for a moment and just try to get a quick poll, since our conference is Friday, so that would basically leave Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Do you want to pick a day that you're free so we can just get volunteers right now? I'm looking at, personally, Tuesday or Wednesday would be a good day for me.
Okay, Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, I'm pretty free after 10. Is
Okay.
anybody else free after 10 that doesn't use Zoom?
Could you put that in the chat if you're available Wednesday? And then we'll circle back with you.
Okay, Angelica,
You
uses
said for
WebEx,
people who don't use Zoom, right?
who do not use Zoom.
Okay.
Because if
all
you
right.
use Zoom, then Zoom recognizes the account that you are associated with, so then it will push you there. But if you don't, then that's where we're running into the problem of trying to push people into their rooms. So, okay, thank y'all for putting this in the chat. Okay. So yeah, we'll circle back and reach out to you all to try to get to do another test run and make sure that it's good to go. So once we get this, it seems like we worked out most of all of the kinks that we've run into as well. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move on to the volunteers. So as I said before, the volunteers, we're going to, we have 2 people assigned to almost every session. Again, not every session has one because we just didn't have enough volunteers, but at least everybody has one person. Once we go into the breakout room, they will have the ability to share their screen. I'm sorry, they'll have the ability to record, and then that will manage the chat. So I do have the breakout room function on here. I don't know what happened, but I can't automatically push people out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and push people into breakout rooms, and then when you're there, I want you to try to share your screen.
Yes.
And just kind of wait for, like, share your screen. If once it's shared, then unshare it, and then the next person share their screen, so we can just make sure that everybody is able to do it. So I can check off another technical issue. So I'm going to go ahead and create the breakout room. I'll give people like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will end it. All right, so we're going breakout rooms now. Okay, there we go.
We were able to screen share, Terrence, in our
Okay.
room,
Okay.
but we couldn't it had to be one at a time in the breakout room.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. So that is good.
Okay. That's the feedback from our group anyway.
Okay, thank you, Leticia. All right. Yeah, we want to make sure that's the case because we don't want, the presenter trying to present and somebody else share their screen. So, okay, good to know.
You want to hear feedback from some of the other groups?
Let's see. I think everybody's come back. Okay. All right. Okay. Terry said it worked great. Anybody else? How did it go in your group?
No,
This
it's
is
very,
Beverly.
it's good. Mhm.
Okay.
This is Beverly. I actually got kicked off Zoom.
Oh, okay. And I saw you couldn't join. I'm like, is everything okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got kicked off, and now I don't know what's wrong. So I had to go to my phone because
Oh,
it kicked
okay.
me off of my laptop,
Oh, okay.
and it's not letting me back in through my laptop.
I wonder if it's because you were signed in 2 different places.
No, I just signed in to my phone because I couldn't get in through my laptop.
Well, right, but I mean, before it looked like you had 2 squares, but only one of them was showing your picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did see that it had two of you on there.
Well, because when I first got on, it said that there was a bad connect. I had some kind of connection was bad.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
And that
so I
sometimes
just-
happens to me too, Beverly. What I would suggest, do you have a desktop?
No.
You do not. Okay. Is there any way that you can hardwire into your internet connection? Because sometimes the Wi-Fi is spotty
Yeah.
and you have to I'm learning technology terms. So
Connect to
hardwire means like
Ethernet.
having a connector from your internet directly into your laptop.
Like
Using
an
Oh,
Ethernet
Ethernet.
cable.
Yeah, the
Like an
Ethernet
cable.
connection.
Oh, okay. And I mean, it's, not sure about technology, but it's it's coming through my internet through my home. So,
An Ethernet wire,
oh, Ethernet? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know what
a
that is.
direct one. If you got a
Yeah.
direct one, it would help.
Yeah, I'm probably for the day of the conference, I'm more than likely just gonna go to work because I don't want to depend on mine. So I'm just gonna go to the office and just use my desktop that's directly connected to the internet. So just so that I don't have any internet issues. Okay.
I
So
think
okay, glad. Oh,
I
go
think we
ahead.
have a
Somebody say
couple
something.
people here.
Okay. All right, so I'm glad that's working. Now I just need to figure out the breakout room thing and then we'll be done. So again, my plan is that when you click on the link, that it will have you register. Once you click the link and then it should push you into the right breakout room. But again, I haven't tried it yet. Well, I did try it. I tried it with B and Chris and Leticia, but again, I need to try with people that don't have like a university Zoom account because what it's doing is that Zoom is recognizing your email that's associated with the account that you have. So I'll come back to that and make sure that's good. Okay, I already talked about the volunteers. One thing I do want to let you all know is to please make sure that you're timing yourself because I'm gonna hit that in breakout room function, and once I hit it, you only have 1 minute. So I don't want people to still be talking and kind of going through their presentation because once I hit that button and it goes back, like it's just gonna cut you off. And then you're going to be back in the room. So please do your best to try to stay within the time frame and then give people opportunities to speak and interact. Does anybody have any questions about their volunteers, what they're supposed to be doing, or if they haven't contacted you at this point?
I have one who hasn't contacted me, but I also know him, so.
Okay, perfect.
I have one that I have not heard from as well.
Okay. I will send a follow-up email to get everyone to, just in case they haven't lost track of time. Okay. All right. Next thing on the agenda is uploading documents. If you have anything that you want to upload, if you want to upload some handouts or whatever, just send me the email directly, but make sure it's in a PDF, and then I will go to your presentation and just upload it. So that should be an easy fix. If you want to upload your presentation and you just want a rough draft of it, and then you want to have the actual presentation have more information on it so that people don't basically look at your presentation before you get there, we can do that as well. So if you do that, again, it still needs to be in a PDF, and just email it to me and let me know. Okay. So I have another option here that I wanted to talk about, and it's reaching out to participants beforehand. I have the list of everyone that is that has signed up for everybody's presentation. So if you just happen to want the list so you can communicate with people and say, hey, like, here are some more materials, or if you want to email them or contact them beforehand, I'm perfectly okay with that. Just let me know and I'll send you the list of everyone in their email so that you can kind of contact them beforehand, maybe get them excited about it. But if you want that option, I can give it to you, but it's not required. But I know that some people may want to email people to just kind of let them know, like, these are the things you can expect, or here's some information I wanted to send out to everyone. Okay, so let me know. Okay, so Leticia also put something in here as a reminder. Please be sure to engage on the Hoover app. So we want to utilize the app as much as possible. So Hoover does allow you to have question and answers and things like that, but we're not going to use it for that function because of the breakout rooms. Once we go into the breakout rooms, like the link that's on Hoover is not going to recognize the person that's using the link from the app and put them in the breakout room. So we're just not going to even use it because then it's just going to get confusing. But if you can interact as much as possible, comment on people's things, start new conversations, upload pictures, whatever. If you can do that, that would be a really, really big help. And then the last thing is once you get ready to start, we get ready to go into the concurrent sessions, please try to already have your PowerPoint up. You will not be able to share until you are physically or electronically in the breakout room. So you won't be able to share your screen, but at least have it up so that way, as soon as you get into the breakout room, you can immediately put your screen up so that when people are joining, that they don't just come to a blank screen. All right, well, that's all I have on my agenda. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns other than the breakout room not working?
Just the closing remarks that I got moved to, Terrence.
Yes.
Will I just pop in and talk? I don't anticipate being only a couple minutes. That
Yeah,
can be
so
a slideshow.
when Leticia, so we're gonna follow the same function. So once we get through with the last concurrent sessions, I'll be the next person up. Again, we'll still have the same slideshow running, but we'll be giving away, doing the giveaways and prizes. So I'll call those names out, let people know they won. And then the next person that will come up, Leticia, I already have her screen up. I'll stop sharing mine. She'll come up and then we'll talk, and then she'll introduce you, and then you'll speak. But I don't know if you're only doing 2 minutes, I guess you don't really need a slideshow, but you can just do your 2 minutes there, and then Leticia will finish off with volunteer awards, not awards, but we have certificates for them, letting them know that we have certificates and thanking everybody.
And thank you, Dorothy Pilati, for putting those certificates together. If everybody can give a hand clap in the chat, she did a fantastic job. She spent, I'm sure, hours because graphic design, I mean, they are nice. So thank you, Dorothy. Terrence, can you talk about the CEUs?
Oh, yes, thank you. Let me actually write that down to message everyone. Did we say that we were going to email everybody about it? Okay, I'm going to include that on the announcement that's going to go out on what day is that? Monday? Okay. Let me write that down. Announcement. Okay, so Leticia was able to work with Del Mar, and they're going to be giving us and providing us with the CEUs. So we're going to send that information out on Monday to let everybody know. So if they want, we'll give them steps. Actually, no, I think we already set that up, right, Leticia? Okay, I forgot about that. We already set that up. So there will be an announcement that goes out via the Hoover app that will let everybody know about the CEUs and the process that they need to follow to get those. So me and Leticia have already set that up. So we will be providing that and just kind of let everybody know. So I'll make sure I put that in the slideshow too, so that everyone knows about the CEU option. So. Okay, Fidel, you said you like to see what schools and community colleges are represented.
Yes, sir. Because that, okay, so 2 points that I have to make. First one is I have to give an acknowledgement and shout out to Leticia because we had an institution to institution meeting earlier this week. And I don't know if she understood the impact that she had on the way she opened up the meeting by having a moment of silence, acknowledging what's been happening in the country right now. It caused our administration to start sending messages out to all of our staff. And I got messages from my immediate supervisor and a dean who works alongside her, asking if I was okay and anything they could do to support me and help me through everything that's going on. So I just wanted to acknowledge Leticia's work on that piece, because often we don't understand what we're doing and how it impacts our communities. And that's also led me to what I posted in the chat. If I can get an idea of who will be there from what schools and what communities, because I know I'm talking about disruptive demographics, but I can't ignore the fact that we're living in an environment where there are so many folks who are affected by what's happening in the country right now. So I need to speak to that in some form or fashion. So if I have a better idea of who our audience is, I'll be able to better tailor that message.
Okay, no problem.
Fidel, thank you for that. Thank you. That was personal because it was just, since I was leading the meeting, I had the opportunity to take that time. So thank you for that feedback.
Okay. All right, so I pulled it up.
Fidel, you're on mute. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Fidel, you speaking?
Yeah, so I was saying, I shared what you had posted in terms of dealing with working remotely and being isolated. So when they acknowledged, oh, I know who your name is because I followed your steps. Everybody at our college got that. So you've been having a big impact on our community. So I just want you to know that people know who you are because of what you're posting online.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy awesome. Yeah, wow. Thank you. Whoa. Okay.
Okay, we'll give Leticia some time to process.
Sorry.
Thanks, Fidel. Okay, so just so you can kind of see who's all in attendance here, we're able to do a report. And so we have, looks like we have one person from Angelina College, 43 from Austin Community College, go Austin Community College, one from Baylor, 2 from Blinn, and then we have 2 from Collin County Community College, 2 from Dallas County Community College, 46 from Del Mar. Woo, go Del Mar. Okay, we have 1 from Hill College, 6 from Houston Community College. Let's see, we got 5 from Kilgore, 1 from Lamar, 2 from Lone Star.
Terrence, it seems as though people can't hear you.
What?
If you put a thumbs
I'm not
up.
hearing anything. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but
Yeah, I can hear you.
nothing.
If you can hear Terrence, give a thumbs up or say yes in the chat. If you can hear Terrence, say yes in the chat. Okay, it looks like we have some thumbs up. So Dorothy, you might want to check on your end. Dorothy, can you hear me? She must not be able to hear me.
Okay, she's chatting, looks like it.
Okay. Terrence, could you send that Excel spreadsheet of that report to all the presenters? Because I think that would be valuable.
Let me see. I don't know if it will.
Or if you just screenshot the first part.
Can you print it as a PDF there, Terrence? Up on the top right.
Let's see.
Just the little printer icon.
Let's see what happens when I do that. And let me see if I can. Let me see. Okay. I'm wondering if I can save it. Okay, I'll play with it and see what I can do and how I can send it out. I'm sure I would think that they would have a way for you to do it. But anyways, so this has the list of all of the colleges that are represented, very long list. So you can kind of see here some other things, how many advisors we have, how many faculty, how many administrators. We have a student, and then people that don't fit into any of these categories. We've broken it down by region. So the South region is the largest attendance. So, I mean, well, that makes sense.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Give yourself a hand clap. I'm so excited about that.
So we also have some people that are not in the state that have chosen to be with us. And then I just looked at it, and we actually have 200 people now. So we just had somebody else register.
We hit the max.
Yeah, so if I'm still working with Zoom, they are being a little complicated, but we purchased a large meeting function so that we can have more people on the call, and more so because like Zoom only allows you to do 100 people. So if we start the drive-in, it's going to kick people out because it can't hold more than 100. So we got the large meeting function to be able to hold 500. But it hasn't updated on our system, so I'm trying to get in contact with them so that I can see why it's not updated, but we're still working on that, so it should be fine. But 108 people that are attending are not TechSand members, so that's pretty awesome to know. And then here's the breakdown of everyone that will be attending all of the sessions. So based off of what people chose. So that's what we're going to be looking at, just so you can kind of have an idea of like who's going to be coming in and whatnot. So I'll try to figure out some way to get it into a PDF or something and then send it out. But all right, any other questions?
Terrence, I sent you a message. Can you see it?
Okay. Oh, okay. So we will also have closed captioning. We just found out about it today, but we're going to be looking into it a little bit more. I'm trying to see how to work it and what it looks like. As of right now, it looks like somebody has to either do the closed captioning, and type it out as we are presenting, or we have to go through a third party, and I'm looking to see what that looks like. So does anybody have any experience with the closed captioning?
If you do, please help a brother or a sister out.
Okay. Nobody has experience. It's okay. Brand new territory. So we'll keep looking into it and see where we're at with that. All right. Any other questions? Thoughts? Comments?
I have one.
Okay.
Will the participants of my session have to go to the WOVA app, obtain the materials that I have?
Yes, they will have to, unless you want me to give you the list of all of the attendees so that you can email it to them or communicate to them. But other than that, they'll have to go to the app.
Because how will they know? How will they know I have materials for them? Is there a way that they would know that?
That's when Terrence is going to send you the list, and you can reach
Okay.
out to your people that are already registered for your session in advance.
All right.
Does anybody else want that list? So they can communicate? If so, just let me know and I will provide that for you. Okay. Any other questions?
Let me just acknowledge everybody. I know that this has been difficult, us working at home or going back to the office, some of us, and just everything that's happening. Thank you for dedicating your time and talents to TechSan, not only for our organization, but for the field of advising, because a lot of people didn't know what we did as advisors until now. Now everybody's like, we need you in these different pockets. So we are highlighted, but we know that you are being overtasked and overworked in this time. So we acknowledge that and we thank you. Even for those people that are not advisors, like our instructional designers, I know that your field has blown up probably triple or quadruple in this period of just working at home. And our faculty members, our student services that are here, that are doing virtual food pantries, and everybody has a stake in what we're doing. And no matter if your title says advisor, you are touching our students. So thank you for the work that you did before COVID and that you're doing now. So thank you so much.
My thanks as well. Thank you very much.
Terrence, I do have one more question. I'm sorry. Yeah. Jana, who I'm co-presenting with, she was unable to attend this meeting. How could she obtain a copy of this recording?
We will be sending it out. So as soon as the recording is done, it's going to upload and I'll be sending it out to everyone.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, that's all we have for today. For those of you that let me know, I did write your name down, and then I will contact you separately to just kind of, I'll put send a calendar invite with the Zoom link, and then we'll test it out and see if it works from my end when I do it.
What time do you want the presenters to log in on the day?
I'm gonna send a calendar invite. What time is everyone? I was just gonna pick a time, but is anybody not free at a particular time or most free at a specific time on Wednesday, next Wednesday?
I have orientation.
Okay.
So I am pretty much booked all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, so I won't be available for any kind of input on those 2 days.
So right now I have Angelica, Terry, Dorothy, Beverly, and Patricia.
I didn't respond because I have an institutional Zoom account.
Yeah, so if you have a Zoom account, then you don't need to be on the call. I'm just trying to make sure that it works for people that don't have an institutional one. Okay.
What time do you want presenters to log in the day of the conference?
Percentage of the day of the conference. As long as you're there, by the time we start, you should be fine because you don't have to go into your presentation until later on. The only people that we're requiring to be there earlier are the volunteers, so that we can make sure that they are set up. But if you could go ahead and try to be there at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we start, that would be great.
Yeah, let's just say between 8:30 and 8:45. Let's keep the, we don't want to have any type of mystery on what time you need to log in the day of. So please log in between 8:30 and 8:45 on Friday, 7 days from now, y'all.
Okay. All right. I'll send out a calendar invite and hopefully we'll figure out a time on Wednesday and then go from there.
Before we do that, can we acknowledge Terrence? Terrence has been working tirelessly. He is not, he is the past president, and he's still been doing the work. And I just want to acknowledge him because we talk probably more than I talk to my family members.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody in my household knows who Terrence is just by the virtue of how often we talk. So like the work that he's been doing on top of his regular job and being a husband, I mean, please let's acknowledge Terrence with an emoji or with a hand clap. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, definitely as you know, past presidents like to fade into the background. You definitely have not, Terrence. So it is greatly appreciated.
I have not faded away just yet.
I'm not going to let you either. So.
Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, but y'all, I'm really excited. We're almost there, and we almost have everything figured out except for this breakout session function. And then I know we'll find a way. We just need to make sure it works. And if we need to make everybody register again through the Zoom app, just to make sure that everybody gets put in the right room, then we'll do that. But I'm trying to find an easier way so that people don't have to do too many additional steps. So, all right, everybody, that's all I have. Well, y'all have a great rest of your day. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I will be in touch soon.
And get engaged on that WOVA app. Bye.
Happy weekend.